हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम। जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। गिरधारी प्रभु।
प्रभुपाद।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु, धन्यवाद, प्रणाम।
माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम। जय श्रील प्रभुपाद।
We missed you.
यशोदा रानी माता जी। Yes, I mean I missed all of you.
We miss you, Prabhuji. Dhanavad pranam, Prabhuji. Miss you so much.
Prabhu दंडवत प्रणाम। जय श्रील प्रभुपाद. They had to come out for some service.
Yes, Prabhuji, we still miss you though.
दंडवत प्रणाम। Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sarvabhautam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangam Vangayate Givam Yatkripa Tamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Panchatattvamakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. So, thank you all for joining. We will be doing verse number 6 and 7. Material vision of a devotee is the sixth one, and awakening taste for Krishna's name is the theme for the seventh one. Drishtay swabhava janitay vapushascha doshay na prakritatvam iha bhakta janasya pashye Gangambasam nakalu budbudavena pankay brahma dravatvam apagachati niradharmay Drishtay swabhava janitay vapushascha doshay na prakritatvam iha bhakta janasya pashyet. So, drishtay means to see. Swabhav janitay vapushascha doshay. Dosha means fault. Fault from where? Swabhav. A devotee may have a particular nature, a particular way of speaking. He may become angry easily. He may be critical minded. These are all swabhav. Drishtay swabhav janitay vapushas and vapu. Vapu is bodily defects. He may be black, he may be white. He may not walk properly, he may not speak properly, he may not look properly, he may be deformed. So dosha that are coming from the vapu or the swabhav. Na prakritatvam iha bhakta janasya pashyet. Pashyet again means to see. Na prakritatvam. Prakrita bhakta. We discussed in the previous verse, Rupa Goswami describes about prakrita bhakta or materialistic vision. Na prakritatvam iha bhakta. So bhakt ko, that devotee, don't see from a material vision. In other words, it may be visible that a devotee has a particular nature, swabhav, he looks in a particular way. Don't judge them. Don't see their doshas. Ganga bhasam na kalu buddha fena pankaj. Ganga, just like Ganga may have bubbles, buddha, fena, form. Pankaj, it has those kankar patthar. Gangam bhasam na kalu buddha fena pankaj. It has many imperfections. Brahma dravatvam apagachati niradharma. Brahma dravatvam means liquid form of Brahma. Drava means liquid. Brahma dravatvam means it is a spiritual liquid. God in liquid form. Like that. Brahman is Swayam Bhagavan. Brahma dravatvam apagachati nira. Nira is water. That water that you see, that water is liquid form of Krishna, or completely transcendental, completely spiritual by nature, although there may be some bubble, some form, and some impurities. But Ganga is always pure because Ganga is not material. Likewise, a devotee is pure. Just like, don't judge Ganga from an external point of view. Don't judge a devotee from an external point of view. Is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, after the descent of Lord Krishna, Krishna has appeared on this material world in the form of Ganga and Bhagavatam. Being situated in his original Krishna conscious position, a pure devotee does not identify with a body. Such a devotee should not be seen from a materialistic point of view. Na prakritatvam. Prakriti के अनुसार मत देखो, गुणों के अनुसार मत देखो. Oh, this devotee is in mode of ignorance, that's why he is angry. Oh, this devotee is mode of passion, that's why he is very selfish, he is very lusty, he is very passionate. Na prakritatvam. A devotee should not be seen from a materialistic point of view. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, whatever a devotee does, see, the relationship between Krishna and his devotee is very sacred. We have no rights to judge a devotee. It is said, even if a devotee does something wrong, api chesu duracharo bhajante mam ananya bhak sadhu eva samantavya. कृष्णा बोलते हैं साधु समझो. कृष्णा बोलते हैं मैं साधु समझता हूं उसे. कृष्णा says I consider him a sadhu. And Krishna does not say he does durachar. Krishna says sudurachar. Sudurachar means most abominable activity. Even if a devotee does a most abominable activity, do not judge him. Krishna says, I consider him sadhu, saintly. If Krishna considers him saintly, what is our position to judge them? This verse is very, very important before we go to next verse. This nectar of instruction, they are in sequence. If we are not applying the first verse and second verse, we cannot apply the third verse. And then fourth, and then fifth, and then sixth, they are in sequence. When our mind, when our anger, when our speech, they are not controlled, then how can you apply this verse? So that's why they are. And now after this verse comes taste in the holy name, awakening the taste in the holy name. But when we are in this, when we are not following this verse, then it will become difficult to develop our own taste in the holy name. Because when will we make our mind stop thinking about others and become concerned about our own absorption in Krishna? Such a devotee should not be seen from a materialistic point of view. Indeed, one should overlook a devotee as having a body born in a low family. Oh, he was born in a Shudra family. One should overlook a devotee as having a body born in a low family. You see, in ISKCON, people don't ask, so are you Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya, Brahmana? Who are you? Devotees don't ask that question. It's offensive to judge a person or to put somebody on a higher caste or higher pedestal, or somebody who is born in a Goswami's caste on a higher pedestal. Everything is based on qualities and bhakti. Indeed, one should overlook a devotee as having a body born in a low family, a body with a bad complexion, a deformed body. Oh, I like this devotee because he looks very nice. And I don't like this devotee because he doesn't look nice. So a deformed body, a diseased body, infirm body. According to ordinary vision, such imperfections may seem prominent in the body of a pure devotee. But despite such seeming defects, the body of a pure devotee cannot be polluted. It is exactly like the waters of the Ganges, which sometimes during the rainy season is full of bubbles, foam, and mud. The Ganges water do not become polluted. Those who are advanced in spiritual understanding will bathe in the Ganges without considering the condition of the water. They will know this is Brahmadravatva, liquid, spiritual word in liquid form. People who have faith, people who don't have faith, they say, no, no, don't take bath in Yamuna Sea and Yamuna, all these chemicals and all this trash is there. But people who have faith, they will move the trash which is coming on the side, take the bath and come out. This just depends on faith. All right. So Drishtva Swabhava Janita Vapushascha Dosha. From an ordinary vision, a devotee might have some defect in their nature, like harshness, lethargy. These are Swabhava. He is very lazy. His voice is very harsh. This is called Swabhava. Devotee might have some defects in their nature or body, vapushas, like ugliness, disease, infirmity, old age, etc. Na prakritatvam iha bhakta janasya pashi. Don't see the devotee from a materialistic view, but one shouldn't see a pure devotee from such a materialistic point of view. Gangam basam takhalu budbudafena pankaya. The Ganges River might sometimes contain bubbles from our blood. You're good? Yes, we are perfect. But Ganges River might sometimes contain bubbles from or mud in monsoon. Dhamma javatvam apagachati nira dharma. But the Ganges water is always transcendental and never polluted. Okay. So Prabhupada begins the purport by saying material consciousness is that which aims for material enjoyment. Krishna consciousness is that which aims to serve Krishna. So Prabhupada first begins the purport by describing, do not see a devotee from a materialistic consciousness. Why we judge? Because of a material consciousness. What is material consciousness? I am the enjoyer. I like this devotee because he looks good. I don't like this devotee because his body is deformed. Why? Because it gives pleasure to my eyes. This devotee doesn't give pleasure to my eyes. So my enjoyment is in the center. So this is material consciousness. This person speaks sweetly. This person speaks harshly. So this person is a better devotee than this person who speaks harshly. Again, I am the enjoyer. Consciousness is there. This is material consciousness. Material consciousness means I like the devotee who very active in doing what I say, who is very gentle by speech and gives me a lot of pleasure. And I don't like that devotee, then it's a very, very firmly established principle of basically the reason we judge devotees is because we see things from keeping ourselves in the center. It's actually a very deep-rooted disease. One spiritual master said, how much we honor devotee is based on their relationship with Krishna. Otherwise, somebody very new but very sweet, oh, he's great Vaishnava. And somebody who is very advanced, very pure, but they may not speak very sweetly. Oh, I don't like that devotee. That devotee is not such a nice devotee. Again, we are judging both the devotees from a material consciousness. Rupa Goswami says, please don't do that. See the devotee from their life. See how they are dedicatedly serve Krishna in their life. Or how they are trying, how their intention is to serve Krishna. But it is not easy. That's why this verse, we can apply this verse on a very advanced stage of our own Krishna consciousness. One thing said in the previous verse, a beginner devotee cannot understand a devotee more advanced than him or her. Cannot understand. A Madhyam Adhikari can understand a devotee up to his platform. He can understand. By talking to them, he can understand where they are in their Krishna consciousness. Uttama Adhikari can understand devotee up to their consciousness. We cannot understand devotees who are more advanced than us. We will try to understand them by our being the enjoyer. And that's why our understanding will be faulty. And then when we keep that judgment in our mind, that becomes an obstacle. That becomes an aparadh, a mental offense. And that mental offense are obstacles in our path of bhakti. So material consciousness, that's why Prabhupada begins the purport by saying, try to understand, don't see the devotee from a materialistic point of view, but why we have a materialistic point of view? Because it is centered around, I am enjoying. But Krishna consciousness is that which aims to serve Krishna. How much pleasure is this devotee or has this devotee given to Krishna? How much service has this devotee rendered to Krishna? How many years this devotee is continuously rendering service to Krishna? Therefore, Krishna is very pleased with him or her. Krishna centered. The activity of a soul proper is Shuddha Bhakti or Avyabhicharini Bhakti, pure, unalloyed, loving service to Krishna, transcendental to the three modes, karma, jnana, and all material motives, and is performed in a liberated condition by a fully surrendered soul. So first Prabhupada begins by saying, who is a Prakrita? What is Prakriti vision? What is the vision? What is a materialistic vision? What is material consciousness? What is spiritual consciousness is what aims at serving Krishna. And now, what is pure consciousness? Then Prabhupada says this, quote this verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which we will discuss when we come to Nectar of Devotion review sessions, which will be after 3 weeks. We will go to Nectar of Devotion. Again, in a short note, today we are finishing 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2 weeks. After that, we will have an assignment and exam in 2 weeks. Assignment 2 after 2 weeks, 1 week you will get to finish, and then the third week we'll begin NOD 1, and on that Saturday we will release the NOI exam paper. Okay, so Anya Vilashitam Shunyam. When a devotee has Krishna's enjoyment in the center, and when he's fully Krishna conscious, and he is not leading his life by keeping himself or herself in the center, or he is not the enjoyer, when he centered his life completely selfless, completely doing it for the pleasure of Krishna, and completely free from unwanted karma or materialistic karma and materialistic gyan. And when he renders favorable devotional service, following the footsteps of great souls, that is the purest form of bhakti. So, perceiving a pure devotee, offensive perception or offensive dealings with pure devotee, these are various ways we can misjudge them. One is offensive perception, perceiving them in a particular way. One more thing to understand is different devotees have different nature, but they are not controlled by the three moods. Three moods also give rise to a nature, but pure nature is also there. Like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, fighter against atheistic principle. Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, he is a caveman living in his small cave, doesn't want to be disturbed. Saraswati Thakur will become angry, driven for results, for preaching, actively traveling. In his driven for results and becoming angry, there is no passion or ignorance there. Completely transcendental. Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, sitting in one place and chanting, there is no ignorance or lethargy there. He is rendering service according to his swabha. Or there is no Mahaprabhu said Jeev Daya and Babaji Maharaj is always doing sadhana. This is our material conception. If we will see Saraswati Thakur and Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, we will like one of the two based on our what we consider as higher, preaching or bhajan. Or we will always, when we see pure devotees, we'll always have a tendency to compare and say, oh, this devotee is great. The other devotee is not so great. Both are pure devotees. So these are called offensive perception. This, we may say, well, Prabhuji, Mataji, we deal with the devotees who are not pure devotees, so they actually have defects. No, that's our problem. The problem lies within us, within our perception. If our perception can become free from this materialistic vision, or if we stop seeing or judging devotees from these angles, I think we will do much better. And probably we can go to the next verse, which is developing taste in the holy name. So offensive dealings with pure devotees, bodily defects. Bodily defects is, we understood. Low birth. Prabhupada says there somebody is born Nityananda Prabhu's lineage, so he is a great soul. And he is born in a low birth. So, like Shyamananda Pandit was born in Shudra family. Narottam Das Thakur was born in Shudra family. But if we consider them as low because of the birth, Haridas Thakur was born in Malicha family, lower than Shudra. But if you see Haridas Thakur, he was a Malicha, he was a Muslim. Well, I don't know if Krishna will be pleased if we think in that way. So don't judge a devotee based on birth or very high regards for somebody born in a Goswami caste than others who may be dealing regularly. Again, a material vision, because if we are seeing somebody very high, means we are seeing our own devotees as not so great. So this material vision will kick in again. Low birth, material vision we discussed. Material vision is seeing the devotee from keeping ourselves in the center. I am the enjoyer. And then having various conceptions of their swabha. Materialistic viewpoint. Accidental mistake. Somebody may, you heard, or I have heard many things of different devotees doing different things. Accidental mistakes. Don't judge them. Because one thing Saraswati Thakur said, if you judge somebody's mistake, somebody's fault, you will get that fault. Krishna will make you do the same wrong things that you are seeing in others. And even if they do something wrong, if they are properly taking shelter of Krishna, Krishna will purify them. Krishna will give them realization. Krishna will give them punishment. Whether they become angry, maybe without a reason, or make a wrong decision, maybe influenced by whatever factors, we don't have a right to judge that. Otherwise, we'll get the fault. If somebody, even very senior devotees, can also make a mistake. His Holiness Sarvana Swami Maharaj says, even very senior devotees may also make a mistake. But our judging them is a bigger mistake than the mistake that they did, is our judging them. Whatever, whoever, whatever they are doing, it is not our business to judge them. We need to transform ourselves. The devotee has a direct relationship with Krishna. They will handle. For sure, if the devotee is sincere, Krishna is taking him back home, back to Lord. Him or her, Krishna is taking them back home, back to Lord. We judge and we remain here and they go. So it is our problem. That's why Krishna says, even if somebody performs durachar, most abominable activity, please don't judge them. It is not our position. There is one lecture by Madhvananda Prabhu. He said, to criticize or to judge is a role of a guru. Guru means heavy. When guru sees a disciple doing something wrong, a guru cannot say no. For a guru has to see and he has to correct because he is doing it as a well-wisher. So the devotee was mentioning in his lecture, he said, don't try to become gurus by judging everybody and correcting everybody. That is the role of a guru. Let guru do their job. You try to maintain a sattvic vision. We say Shastra Chakshu. Shastra Chakshu means see from the angle of scriptures. See how Rupa Goswami is asking us to see. See how Krishna is asking us to see such situation. Try to see according to the Shastra. How the Goswamis, how Prabhupada, who is writing the purport to these, how Lord Krishna, who is mentioning these verses in 9th chapter, how they want us to be. Then envying their exalted position. Envying means oh, they are, envy also comes because I am the enjoyer. When I am the enjoyer and somebody else gets some enjoyment and I don't have any welcome. Ashuddha Bhakta, advanced devotee will say, oh, very nice how Krishna is serving, how Krishna is getting served so nicely. Envious person will think, why not me? Why him or why her? Why he or she should do that service? Why not me? So, envying their exalted position, criticism, backbiting, speaking on their back to somebody else, or it can be mental criticism also, advising or correcting them. Prabhuji, you should not do like this. Mata, you should not do like this. We can do that if they're under your care and they have faith on you. And if you're the right person, and if you have the right mood, and the right mood is you love them and you care for them and you want to help them. Wrong mood is I got something now, I will chastise it. Taking our envy out in the name of um, correction. Then again, it becomes incrimination. Advising our disciplinary action means this devotee who is senior than us needs to be disciplined. I need to teach him. I need to tell him, Prabhuji, galat kar rahe ho. Material vision, neophytes unable to appreciate the exalted and confidential service of the advanced devotee try to bring the Mahabhagavad to their platform. Unless one is empowered by Krishna, one cannot spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. So we try to bring, because we are neophytes, we may try to bring Mahabhagavad to our platform. And then we may judge them. So Prabhupada says, unless one is empowered by Krishna, one cannot spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. This is the first offense also to sadhu ninda, to criticize devotees who have used their life to spread the glories of the holy name of the Lord. Then disciplinary action, it is offense to consider pure devotee an object of disciplinary action. Why should tell senior devotee we should not do like this or something like that. All right, understanding a devotee's glory, unless one is a devotee, one cannot see another devotee perfectly. It takes one to know one. A Kanishtadhikari cannot distinguish between a devotee and a non-devotee, but a Madhyamadhikari can. Kanishtadhikari, I mean, they cannot understand. Their vision will not be perfect. Madhyamadhikari can understand. He is a devotee. He is practicing. Who is at what level? A Madhyamadhikari can understand. One can distinguish between a neophyte Vaishnava and advanced Vaishnava by their activities, not by their behavior, not by instances. Is this devotee sincerely trying to serve Krishna? Is this devotee sincere? Sincere does not mean sincere from tomorrow. Is this devotee sincerely trying to push on the mission? Sincerely trying to serve Prabhupada's mission? Sincerely trying to do their sadhana? Are they sincere? So one can distinguish not based on swabhav, not based on bodily, how they look or deformation, etc., but based on their activities. If the activities are Krishna conscious, respect them. The guru must not be judged to the advice, subjected to the advice of the disciple. Means a disciple should not, or for us, we will never go to our Diksha gurus, but let's say any senior devotees should not advise, nor should a guru be obliged to take instructions from those who are not his disciples. If one who has made some progress in bhakti considers themselves a devotee and begins engaging in material misconduct, they will certainly fall from the path of bhakti. By coming in contact with such persons, one's bhakti is destroyed. In other words, if one has made some progress in bhakti, okay, few years passed, considers themselves a devotee. Now I'm a devotee. Now 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 5 years, 3 years, I'm initiated, I'm a devotee, and begins engaging in material misconduct. And now after initiation, a lot of time has passed. Now I can do something here and there, and that's okay. Usually we become weak, not in the beginning. Probably few years after initiation, we may feel like now it's okay. Now I have been strict and I know what is bhakti and I know what is not bhakti, and now I'm careful. So when we start thinking in that way, now if one has made some progress in bhakti, considers themselves a devotee and begins engaging in material misconduct, they will certainly fall from the path of bhakti. If they're not very careful, they will fall from the path of bhakti. By coming in contact with such persons, one's bhakti is destroyed. In other words, be careful. Be careful not today, tomorrow, or after 10 years, after 20 years, after 30 years, doesn't matter. We are subjected to fall. Subjected means possibility is there. Nobody can guarantee in Kali Yuga, unless we have ardent Krishna Prema, that I am not going to make any mistakes. I am not going to fall. That's why Prabhupada says, be careful. If you make some mistakes, take shelter of devotee association. Prabhupada says, pray to Krishna. Krishna, please protect me from. Krishna, please protect me. Gopi Janavallabha, please protect me from your Maya Shakti. Please help me so I don't become an instrument of your Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti is very powerful. Maya Shakti is there with us all the time. Krishna is there with us only once in a while. So that's why a devotee has to be careful. If we misconduct, if we make mistakes, once or twice or thrice, Krishna is very merciful. But if it, when we make mistakes, especially in the beginning, I'm sure devotees are very sincere, but as a matter of duty, I must share. In the beginning, when we have some material life, especially after initiation, I'm sure, most of us are attending these discussions, so means you are most of you are initiated, or some of you are just waiting to get initiated. Very scary actually. We had many seminars this weekend. I came to Houston. There is very scary things I was hearing actually. So Maya is very powerful. We will make some mistake. And then in the beginning, we will think, I should not have done that. And we become very guilty. We pray to Krishna for forgiveness. Krishna forgives. Very kind. Then again, we'll make mistake. Then again, Krishna, that's okay. We are repentant, begging forgiveness. Krishna forgives. Then again, we make mistake. Again, we make mistake. And slowly, slowly it becomes our habit. Very dangerous actually. Then repentance goes away, just habit. Just habit. And if we are not, one devotee mentioned in Shabbat, it's scary. I heard many scary things. I'm like, wow. One devotee was mentioning, yeah, slowly, slowly over time, we don't even feel we can share our dark side with somebody else. Why we cannot share? Because what will others think of me? Because we develop, now I'm initiated, I'm Brahman initiated also after some time. So now I think now if I say something that I am such a fallen soul, then what will other think of me? So we keep it to ourselves and we don't share. We have a bad habit. We are doing something wrong. It's just a matter of time. Krishna will expose us. There are many stories, and we cannot share the stories in public or in discussions. But what I developed is like, Prabhupada also says, Api chis duracharo verse is occasional. You make a mistake, Krishna will forgive nobody. But if there is something seriously wrong in our practices, better be careful. It is a very bad experience if Krishna exposes us. And oh no, it will be a nightmare actually. On a personal basis, I can share some stories, but very scary because Maya is very powerful. One temple president, Grihastha, started taking some money slowly from the temple. Small amount, small amount. He would justify in the beginning, this is needed for my Grihastha family. It's okay, nobody will come to know. Became a habit. Over a period of time, after a few years, he was exposed. Nightmare to now all the services are gone, resigned everywhere. It's very difficult to live in a society. We hear New Vrindavan case, child abuse case, so many cases. Nobody comes to know. Nobody comes to know. Slowly, it is said, first we will come to know there is some problem. Guru will come to know there is some problem. Then the whole world will come to know. Krishna also exposes us. I mean, just for ourselves. Of course, when we see something in others, but Rupa Goswami says, don't judge them. It's between them and Krishna. But I changed that topic because I heard a lot on this topic in this weekend. It was a leadership meeting. So just what is going on around the world, they just share many things very openly. Scary actually. So this is from the last point. If one has made some progress in bhakti, considers themselves a devotee and begins engaging in material misconduct, Paramatma will tell you what is right, what is wrong. My spiritual master says Maya enters drop by drop. This much is okay, no problem. I'll be careful next time. This time, okay. Next time I'll be careful. Drop by drop by drop. One misconduct, another misconduct, another misconduct, and then we don't even realize. It becomes a habit, it becomes a samskar, and we start living dual life. Thinking is also scary. So be very careful. Remain in good association. Our best saving grace, which is also not easy, so powerful. It's also not easy. If possible, keep somebody in confidence. That will become a little shameless. Tell somebody if you do something wrong, a well-wisher. Initially, we may share, then we may think it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, okay. Those who are sincere will eventually serve Prabhupada's mission in a big way. After 20, 30, 40 years, you will do big things. You can become gurus also. Either a brahmachari guru, sannyas guru, or grihastha guru. You all can become that also. And that is Krishna's mercy on you. But if you are not sincere, then you will keep struggling only. And worst case, it can go very bad shape also. The Prabhupada says, a devotee and begins engaging in material misconduct, they will certainly fall from the path of bhakti. And by coming in contact with such persons, one's bhakti is destroyed. Okay, now the last verse for today. Shyat Krishna Nama Charitadi Shitapya Vidya Pitto Patapya Rasanasya Narochikanu Quint Adarad Anudinam Kalushaiva Jashta Swadvikramad Bhavati Tat Kadamu Nahantri Shyat Krishna Nam Charitadi Shitapya Vidya To pataptarasanasya charochikano Dadaran anudinam khalu saiva jushta Swadvikramad bhavati tatkadamudahantri. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Krishna are all transcendently sweet like sugar candy. Now, after a little bit difficult discussion, this is very sweet. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Bhagavan Krishna are all transcendently sweet like sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by the jaundice of avidya ignorance cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. So Krishna's Naam, Roop, Guna, Leela, they are all transcendently sweet like sugar candy. But because the tongue is afflicted by jaundice or ignorance, one cannot taste the sweet Nam Rup Guna Leela of Lord Krishna. But simply by chanting every day, even though we may not taste them every day, simply by continuously chanting or simply by regularly chanting them every day, a natural relish awakens within his heart. And his disease, which is ignorance, is gradually destroyed at the root. Basically, summary, when we get jaundice and when we are diseased with jaundice and we taste something sweet, it tastes like bitter. So likewise, we are in a diseased condition of a Krishna consciousness. We are absorbed in material energy. Our disease is that we are in three modes. We are attracted to temporary. We are in asat consciousness. We are absorbed in bodily consciousness. We are trying to see everything from the perspective of being the enjoyer. We are unaware, although when we think we may understand, but generally minute to minute basis, moment to moment basis, we are unaware of our true spiritual identity. When we hear, our consciousness may be lifted and we may start identifying on a spiritual level, but our natural state may be absorbed on being the enjoyer and being on a bodily conception. So in this conception, when we chant the name of Krishna, we cannot relish. We can relish the name of Krishna when we actually become Krishna conscious. When our consciousness changes from being the enjoyer to giving pleasure to Krishna, to doing things for the pleasure of Krishna, working for the pleasure of Krishna, keeping Krishna in the center, realizing our relationship with Krishna. When These things are not there because we are in ignorance. So when we are absorbed in material consciousness, then when we chant, it's like eating sweet in a jaundice condition. Sweet tastes bitter, so although name of Krishna is always sweet, because our consciousness is materialistic, we cannot experience the sweetness of Krishna's name. But the medicine for jaundice is you keep eating sweets. Initially, the sweet tastes bitter. Gradually, the natural sweetness of the sweet thing will awaken. If I am jaundice, I may taste something bitter now, but if I keep eating sweet every day, gradually I will start relishing the actual taste of what I'm eating. So the same sweet thing is a medicine. After 15 days, I can fully relish gulab jamun, which was very bitter 15 days before, gradually awakening. 15 days I am cured. Likewise, Krishna's name is always sweet, but when we taste it now, it tastes like bitter. But if we keep chanting, keep chanting, keep chanting, keep chanting, keep chanting, slowly you will start relishing the taste in chanting gradually. At one point of time, when you can fully become absorbed in chanting, means ignorance is destroyed now. It is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting, Anudinam. Anudina means every day, regularly. Into Adarat Anutilam Kalusaiva Jushta. Swadi, you will start relishing it now. Daily you take this medicine of Krishna. Every day. Prabhupada says Anudinam actually means Anu means smallest part of the day also, like continuously. Proper translate is simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day. A natural lish, swad, awakens within his tongue. Bhavati means you will start relishing bhava. And his disease, Mulahantri, destroyed. Hantri. The disease is gradually destroyed at the root. Mool means at the root, the disease is destroyed. Now your natural taste for holy name is awakened. Pitto patapta rasanasya narochikano. There is no ruchi, there is no rasa. Narochikano. Taste bitter. The name which is always sweet. Alright, so material disease is jaundice and the remedy for the disease is sugar. Healthy condition, a jiva is naturally an eternal servant of Krishna. Jivera Sadupahaya Krishnera Nityatas. We are eternally servant of Krishna. But we are overtaken by avidya. And now, instead of acting as a servant of Krishna, now we see the world as the enjoyer. Everything I look is based on I am the enjoyer. This is called unhealthy condition of our consciousness. It cannot be awakened by hearing. When the heart disease, it's very deep rooted. When the heart is purified, when the heart disease, and this ignorance, it's something that purity comes from inward out. By external, we cannot become pure. Internal transformation, and that will manifest externally in our consciousness, in our vision. Internal purification. Ajiva is naturally a servant of Krishna in a healthy condition, but Disease condition. This arises when the jiva forgets Krishna due to jaundice of timeless ignorance, avidya, by which one gets attracted by Maya. Now we are attracted to Maya. The materialistic way of life. Materialistic way of life means same. I am the Lord of everything I survey. Purposes. I am the Lord of everything I survey. Means I am the enjoyer of everything I see. The living entity has a natural tendency to lord over the material nature. It is our natural tendency to want to enjoy and exploit the world. And the world is made of three modes. It is our natural tendency to enjoy the three modes in a Shastri language. In a basic language, natural tendency to enjoy everything we see. Enjoy. So this is called avidya, ignorance by which one gets attracted by Maya, or the materialistic way of life. Thus the jiva loses taste for the chanting of Krishna's names. Why I cannot relish Krishna Naam every day? Because I am fully attracted by Maya. I am in a diseased condition. My consciousness is I am the enjoyer. I am this body. I am the enjoyer of my body and the senses. I can derive happiness from this body and the senses. Maya. And because of this consciousness, the jiva loses taste for chanting of Krishna's name. So it is not Krishna's problem if we cannot chant. It is our problem, Baba. We are bound up in this network of illusion. Prabhupada says this material world is a network of illusion. Completely like पकड़ लिया है. To think we are free from Maya, I don't think it's a very intelligent. Probably ignorance of ignorance is when we are not able to identify who I am also. At least we should be honest. Yes. Completely captured by Maya. Consciousness completely captured by Maya. So if somebody asks why I cannot taste Krishna now, here is the answer. Because we like Maya now, we don't like Krishna now. We like Maya's word, we don't like Krishna's word. Maya is very attractive. To the extent Maya is very attractive, Krishna is not attractive. When Krishna becomes attractive when the bhava rog, the disease of the heart, is gone by continuous chanting. And when Krishna becomes very attractive, then you will lose taste for Maya's attraction. So thus the jiva loses taste for chanting Krishna's name. The material word of Maya is called Durashraya, false shelter. False shelter. Why false shelter? Durashraya. It seems like very comfortable. You can enjoy. You can become happy. But actually she will kick us. More we try to enjoy, more we get kicks from material nature. That's actually give a lot of realization. But it is true. False shelter means seems like a shelter. Seems like a go-to option. Seems like my suffering will be removed if I take shelter of Maya. This is Durashraya. My suffering will be removed if I take shelter of Krishna. That faith is not so strong. But my suffering will be removed if I take shelter of Maya. That faith is very strong. This is called Durashray. Material world of Maya is called Durashray, false shelter. One who puts his faith in it is hoping against hope for happiness. Why? She will suck us. She will suck our blood. That's what she do. She will bring distress. Like I was discussing, some stories we heard, they're like real stories, day-to-day stories, not imaginations. So what she's doing, she's giving a false shelter and then she's ripping us off after some time. She gives the misery then and misery later also. Great. So the material word of Maya is called Durashray. It's not the real, it's a false shelter. One who puts his faith in it is hoping against hope for happiness. Why? He or she thinks he or she may be happy, but she is going to play football with us actually. You know what football? How do we play football? We kick the football. Likewise, she will kick us. So actually, it's true. If at all we can be this. People struggle for existence. Material world is actually like that. Everybody who is trying to become happy in this world struggling actually. People struggle for. I was telling somebody, I mean, I'm saying the brahmachari ashram. Anyways, people struggle for existence and try to become happy, but their attempts are baffled. In ignorance, they try to rectify one mistake by making another mistake, but they don't take to Krishna consciousness. Oh. Anyways, in ignorance, they try to rectify one mistake by making another mistake. This is what happens. We make a mistake, try to cover a mistake, make another mistake, another mistake. But how long can we cover ourselves? Eventually, we'll be exposed anyways. So they take shelter of Maya, Durashray, hoping they will get some happiness there. It is hope against hope. It will be, their attempts will be baffled, but they don't take to Krishna consciousness. Blind leaders are politicians, philosophers, and scientists, being atheistic, sinful, ignorant, lowly, and not centered to Krishna, mislead common people. They oppose the endeavors of those who wish to take to Krishna's shelter and dampen their enthusiasm. This is many scientists, atheistic, sinful. Basically, they mislead. Um, they themselves don't surrender to Krishna. If somebody is actually surrendering to Krishna, they want to take them out of Krishna's surrender. They are called blind leaders. Just as sugar candy is a medicine for jaundice, Krishna's name is a remedy to improve the spiritual health. Na, Namashraya, Durashraya, Ashraya of Na. What is our hope? I'll chant. But Prabhu, you are so fallen. Still I will chant. But you have no taste in the holy name. Still I will chant. But you are the most degraded person on the planet. What can I do? Yes, I'm the most degraded person, full in bodily consciousness. But do I have a hope? Yes, my hope is I will take shelter of Krishna. Krishna can purify me. Yes, I am a completely hopeless case. But Krishna Naam is hope against the hope. Krishna Naam will bring the transformation. Krishna will help me. I just want to become sincere in my practice of Krishna consciousness. I have no other shelter. I have no other shelter. I'll take shelter of Krishna and just depend. Krishna can purify my consciousness. Krishna can remove this disease of ignorance. Krishna can remove this vision of being the enjoyer of this world. And Krishna can attract me towards him. and Krishna may reveal himself to me. So everything will happen by Krishna's name. We have no other shelter. So just as sugar candy is the medicine for jaundice, Krishna name is the remedy to improve the spiritual health for humanity. So yes, we may be infinitely fallen, but nobody can be. There is no fallen condition that exists that the holy name cannot recover us to. That the holy name cannot become like um, holy name works. Holy name will work. So just as a sugar candy initially tastes bitter to a jaundice patient, the holy name is not immediately relishable to one who is materially engrossed. Treatment by regularly taking sugar candy once jaundice is cured and sugar becomes tasteful to him. Similarly, by regularly chanting Hare Krishna in the sadhu sangha with enthusiasm, faith, and patience. Very important. Faith. I am hopeless today. Holy name will deliver me. Patience. I have been doing it for a few years. Not much progress. Progress will come. Enthusiasm. I will not become depressed that not much progress after so many years of chanting Hare Krishna. I must patiently, with faith and enthusiasm, continue taking shelter. Krishna is all powerful. Krishna is more powerful than Maya. Maya is very powerful. She has got me in and out. But Krishna is more powerful than Maya. I'm waiting for Krishna's mercy to descend. Mother Yashoda did her endeavor of binding Krishna. We are trying to attract Krishna's attention, attract Krishna's mercy by our endeavor. It may take some time. Okay. But enthusiastically keep practicing. Similarly, by chanting Hare Krishna in Sadhu Sangha with enthusiasm, faith, and patience, one is freed from false ego. The root cause of all our misery is false ego. False ego means I am this body, I am the enjoyer, I am the Lord of everything I survey. False ego. One is freed from this ahankar, born of ignorance. And one derives a natural taste for Krishna Katha, and one's real spiritual identity becomes awakened. But with enthusiasm, faith, and patience, in Sadhu Sangha, take Naam Ashray. There are 3 stages of chanting. Naam Aparad is the offensive stage where we are chanting but we are committing the 10 offenses. Naam Abhas is we are trying to avoid the offenses. It's like the early dawn. The sun has not come, but it's not a densely dark night. There is some ray of hope visible. There is some abhas of Naam. There is some good experience in the chanting. Carefully avoiding the 10 offenses. This is Naam Abhas. Naam Abhas जितना कम सूदे उतना ज़्यादा माया का प्रभाव रहेगा. To the extent we don't see the sun, we will see Maya. When the sun is fully bright, no ignorance, no darkness, Shuddha Naam. That is Shuddha Naam. When it is dark, holy name is very distractive, no absorption. Very high taste in Maya. It is Nama Aparad. When it is some dawn, some light visible, means Krishna is a reality, I can get there. Still, Maya covering is very high, still darkness all around. But there is some hope. There is an abhas of Nama. That is stage of lessening offenses, Nama Abhas. This is the last slide for today. Stages of Bhakti. Shraddha. Bhakti begins with faith, which is increased by chanting Krishna's holy name. If you keep chanting Krishna's holy name, your faith will increase. But to begin chanting Hare Krishna, we need to have some faith. That initial faith comes from previous life and from Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha, Sankirtan, initial faith will bring you to Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha will blossom the initial faith. Sankirtan attracts thousands of people who sometimes imitate devotees. Some imitators become interested in being initiated by the Guru. Imitation of a good thing is desirable. So some people, Sankirtan, they try to imitate. Some people, especially in the beginning, they try to imitate and they try to show how happy they are or how they are become very pure and how they have so much absorption. That is imitation. Sankirtan attracts thousands of people who sometimes imitate devotees. Some imitators become interested in being initiated. That is a good thing. At least they are imitating and their imitation is, taking them closer to Krishna. Prabhupada says imitation of a good thing is desirable. Then there is Bhajana Kriya. In Jadvid Sadhu Sangha, you grow faith from sadhus. You come to know how to do bhajan. Then in Sadhu Sangha, you accept Guru Padashraya, initiation from us, one of our spiritual master. Then after initiation, one serves Krishna by daily chanting Hare Krishna. Now you have a regulation on daily chanting and refrain from illicit sex, intoxicants, meat eating and gambling. Abstaining, complete abstinence from these things, strictly following the 4 principles, daily chanting Hare Krishna. Now we are becoming sadhakas. Now we are trying to become sadhus, saintly people. Then gradually, thus one attains freedom from the contamination of materialistic life. Once anarthas are gone, Maya loosens her grip on us. We become more inclined towards Krishna. Cleansed of unwanted things or anarthas. Now Krishna becomes more attractive than Maya. When Maya is more attractive than Krishna, it is anartha nivritti. When Krishna is more attractive than Maya, it becomes nishtha. One becomes fixed in Krishna's activities. Anarthas are gone. Distractions are very less. Krishna is very attractive. And now very stable in serving Krishna. Very, very less distractions. Then Ruchi. Now, after a long time in Nishtha, now spontaneous attraction for Krishna has done. Now when I chant, I can become completely absorbed and I relish. There are many great senior devotees, many Prabhupada disciples, they have developed Ruchi. Now when they chant, they can absorb themselves. They have become very happy, everyday chanting, lot of rounds. I met one devotee here. He was temple president of this Houston temple for 20 years. Last year he resigned. But past 21 years, even when he was temple president, he would do 64 rounds every day. Get up at 2 a.m. 2 to 7, he would chant 64 rounds every day. And now he became very absorbed in his chanting. Tamal Krishna Maharaj disciple, Shyam Sundar Prabhu. And now most of the time he travels and does seminars on the holy names because he got from the holy name what is desirable. So one develops taste for ignorance goes away and absorption comes. When Ruchi comes, then a lot of attraction for Vrindavan also comes. He speaks about Vraj Kathas. I mean, we can also speak, but we are imitators, but he's real. So he develops taste for such activities. Ashakti, one becomes fully attached to Bhakti. Ashakti, you are very much attached to Krishna. Form of Krishna, the flute of Krishna, the dham of Krishna, the pastimes of Krishna. and they spontaneously manifest in our mind at this when we attain this stage. Ignorance, anarthas, durashraya of Maya, gone long back by the time we attain Ashakti. But this stage is very difficult, Anartha Nivrati, to cross over this stage, to go to the other side of the river. Not easy. That's why sincerity. Prabhupada says Krishna conscious, careful. Be careful. Simple but not easy, because we are not pure. That's why our anarthas puts a lot of impediments. Then bhava, one experiences ecstasy in bhakti after one is fully attached, which is a preliminary awakening of love of Krishna, at which the devotee loses interest in bodily conception of life, no more interested. No, not interested in material opulence, not interested in knowledge and attractions of this world. Understand who is Supreme Lord and is undisturbed by Maya. Completely focused on Krishna. Maya does not, there is no desire to be an enjoyer. Consciousness is purified. Relishes Krishna. Awakens bhava and emotion, and then attain pure love for Krishna. Then such a devotee, pure devotee, goes back to Godhead. Okay, so that's all for today. Let's see if any discussion, any questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, does the last stage of bhakti is Sthai Bhava? Or
Well, Sthai Bhava is between Bhava and Prema, Prabhuji.
okay.
When the Bhava matures, there is an intermediate stage, Bhava thickens, and from there one can go to Prema.
Okay, Prabhuji. So, Prema is the last stage or Bhava?
Yeah, Prema, Prabhu. But interestingly, Rupa Goswami says nectar of devotion. After Prema, there are 9 more stages. When Prema further matures. वो पढ़ के लगता है कि छोड़ दो यार. That's why it is said nectar of devotion. पहले 20 चैप्टर पढ़ो, बाकी के अधिकार के बाहर है. First 20 chapters Prema is discussed. Up to Prema is discussed. After that goes beyond Prema. Even if we read them, what is the point? I don't think in this lifetime we will get to that stage. I mean, we can read it, we can theoretically understand it, but we won't realize it. We won't be able to yeah. We understand it, but we don't realize it. We don't experience it by reading. So bhakti is a long path, and progress is gradual.
It's all the mercy, Prabhuji.
Keep it. You just with patience, with patience and enthusiasm, practicing. Keep going. That's all.
Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anything else? Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Prabhuji, one question, Prabhuji, like when we are in the process, like because of offenses towards to the devotees, like we attracted for forbidden activities, meaning that like so go out of the zone and commit of sinful action. You were explaining in the before words, right, Prabhuji,
Yes.
like some example. Because of
Yes.
committing offenses, Prabhuji, towards to devotees, because of that, like we do attract for those stuff?
It can be because of offenses. It can be lack of determination. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says Asat Trishna. Asat Trishna means material attachments and lack of determination. If it is because of offenses, it would be unavoidable. Like Shwabari Rishi. Unavoidably, he was attracted to the mating of a fish. Although he did a lot of tapasya. But if we are not, if it is not offenses, if we're just not careful, if we're just not determined enough, then we always have a free will.
We always have, like I missed hearing that phrase. So
Say again, Mataji.
we always have the last word I missed it.
Free will.
Free will. Oh, okay.
So determination is needed. Just be carefully in a good association. Practice bhakti. Just always stay in association. Whenever we make some mistakes, open our heart, receive, good instructions, guidance from proper books, from devotees. When we do something wrong, Paramatma will tell, you are in wrong direction, rectify, 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 rectify. When long practice of non-rectification, Paramatma becomes dormant. And then heavy reaction comes, like some cases we hear. Just like, when a jiva falls down, he does something wrong, Paramatma tells him, hey, these are sinful activities. But jiva ignores Paramatma's voice and keep on doing. Then they don't even understand what is right, what is wrong. Like inner consciousness dies out. Don't care. Like now they eat cow, they don't feel there is anything wrong in that. Means the consciousness has died out. Or when they drink or smoke first time, they feel, I don't think it's the right thing. We may go into bad habit, but doing it over and over and over. Now they feel it's normal. Now the law also allows. Of course, we don't do those things, but we may do our own things, whatever they are. It's between Krishna and the devotee. Krishna knows, devotee knows. So if you're not careful, Paramatma may stop even speaking, and then slowly becomes natural for us to do something which may be not healthy for our Krishna consciousness. And if that becomes a habit, then it's not good for our bhakti. Slowly bhakti people will struggle. That's why Prabhupada always says carefully practice bhakti, carefully practice bhakti. Prabhupada always says be sincere. Then we can bring a difference in the society. Prabhupada always says purity is the force. Maintain the purity of our Krishna consciousness. Keep our life Krishna centered always. Right?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanyavad Pranam. Prabhuji, last week when you were here, we were talking about chanting and the flickering of the mind while chanting. And you won't believe, Prabhuji, I have been reading Bhagavad Gita chapter 6, and somehow 2 days after that, I came to chapter 6, text 35, and what Bhagavan is telling us, when the mind flickers, what we should do. So I said this to the devotees today, and I'm also saying today because the devotees are there, if they can read that chapter so that we can keep our mind focused on Krishna. And Bhagavan said that. So I thought I'll share this with you and the devotees, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mata. Hare Krishna. All right. I guess if nobody has anything else, we can end here. If I spoke anything wrong, Please forgive me as a humble servant. Vanchakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya nivacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Devi ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dandavat pranam, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
so much,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna,
Thank you so
Prabhuji.
much,
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
pranam,
Hare
Prabhuji. Thank
Krishna.
you so much.
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranam.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so
Prabhuji.
much.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Krishna.